Hey folks, waiting for some friends to come come online, so I can start my rant, right? So tonight I'm listening to Piazzolla, Astor Piazzolla, son Milonga del Ángel. So we're getting some wisdom tonight. So I wanted to have some wisdom music, right, to start with. I have a few friends popping on. It's awesome. Just gonna wait a few seconds more, okay, friends? Be patient. I have Anna, Cornelius. Okay, I'm gonna start my rant. This is Walk with Harrison, and on today's wisdom, I wanted to share that I was watching the movie Way of a Peaceful World, right? And a few of you know about it because it is a book, and they made it to a movie, right? And it is a true story. And I'm not gonna spoil everything. I just gonna say that it's a good reading, a lot of great wisdom in it. And so I wanted to share one thought of that book that I was listening to the book and saw the movie at the same time, because I know it's when you read a book or you listen to the book, the movie never tend to be as specific, right? Because when you are reading, when you are listening, you're actually creating your own imagination. You're creating your own pictures through the text, right, that you read, or the voice that you listen to, right? So, but the valuable lesson that I wanted to give you, it's just one little piece of the big puzzle, or of the whole wisdom in the book, because I want you guys to grab that book. You can listen it for free on YouTube. You can even watch the full movie for free, right? It's The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. So I might take out of this book was I wanted to bring out the story, right? I wanted to bring out the story, so I'm going into a storytelling mood right now. So if you guys have any questions, you want to say hi, we can take that after my storytelling, because if I lose my ability to focus on the story, it's hard to jump back, right? So I'm gonna do this to see. I'm gonna start with imagine this young guy, right? This is from the movie, from the true story. Imagine a young guy, and he was really going through life, doing his things, going to college, being a good athlete and everything. And he stumbled upon, like, he found himself restless, right? You know, when you are going through life and you tend to do everything good, but you find yourself restless. So this guy, he was really finding himself restless. So he went out for a jog, right? He went out jogging, and he came to a gas station and met an old wise man, right? I will call him the wise man, because he had a few nuggets to teach this guy, right? And that's what the interesting part of the movie starts, because the wisdom, we have wisdoms all around us, right? But we tend to never see them, because we're so programmed, we're so blocked in able to see them. So what happened is that in the few short days where this young man came across this old man, he found him so interesting in a way, so curious about his knowledge, about the way he spoke, the way he said, the way he smiled, right? So that curiosity of the young man kept inside of him. So even if he went back to school the next day, he went back to doing the exercise, he always got the old man's thought inside his head, right? The small little lessons that he always gave him. But the best part was that One day, the wise man came to the young man and actually said that tomorrow I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to a specific place that I wanted to take you since the day I first met you, right? And this is where the interesting part comes, because he said, like, tomorrow I want to meet you. Tomorrow I want to meet you really early, because we're gonna go out hiking, and I believe that you are strong enough, right? Yeah, he had like gone through a car accident and stuff like that. I'm not gonna spoil any more than that. But the next day they went out hiking, right? And this hike lasted for 3 hours, my friend. And the young guy, he was so curious, so happy, so like fulfilled. In the whole hiking, he was always asking, "Are we there yet?" Like with the intent of to see this amazing thing that he wanted to share, right? Because the wise man wanted to show him. To show him something really special, right? So the young man expected something amazing, right? And they've been walking 3 hours. So imagine you had like it almost felt like Christmas, he said, right? It felt like he was a little young boy in Christmas. That feeling, you can get it, right? That feeling of emotions that you're going to get an amazing surprise. You just going to open the presents, right? And they were hiking for 3 long hours until they came to a hill, right? They came to a beautiful hill with a gorgeous view, so amazing, right? But the young man, he asked the wise man, like, so where is it? Like, where are you gonna take me? Oh, we are here, he said. And the young man looked a little bit stunned, like shocked, right? Because he was expecting a big thing, like something really big. And he said, like, so we've been walking for 3 hours just to see this view? He's like, no, it's near your foot. So the young man took a look down at his feet, right? And there was this it's not so huge, like a rock this size, right? So he saw a rock this size, and he looked at it and he said, like, is that it, right? With a disappointment. And the wise man said, well, what did you expect? Like don't let the stone take away the joy or the happiness of your life, right? Because remember, the expectation that the young man had through this 3 hour hiking up the hill was so immense. It was so beautiful, like he was so happy, like a kid, right? And the wise man said, don't let this stone, right? Don't let this stone and this view take away the happiness from you. So you need to understand that the young man had one of his biggest lessons learned by then. But the wise man didn't say exactly what the lesson was. He was just quiet and let the young man think for himself, right? Until they turned to each other, and he said, so I get it. He said to the wise man, I get it. I get what the lesson is, because the whole trip he was always asking, right? What's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of change? And the young man's always answering, right? But now he turned to the wise man, and he said, I get the lesson that you wanted to teach me with this hike, right? And the lesson that he wanted to teach was that it's never the goal, right? It's never the goal that is the gift. It's always the journey, right? And I thought it was so beautiful made. It was so good put, because the young man understood that he was so happy on the way up, right? So excited and so happy. Each moment they were climbing, they were tired, right? But he was so happy. So when he thought about it, I get it, right? he learned a big lesson that we can go through life, right? We can go through life, we can change those diamonds, those metal, those car, those houses, right? But in the end, it's always the journey, right? So it's the journey that you create. Every step that you take towards what you want to fulfill, that's the biggest gift, right? It's never that you obtain what you want. It's always, my friends, the journey, right? Because it's going to transform you. And beside, think about this story. The young man was happy all the way until he came to the top. You understand? So it means always that you enjoy your journey right now, right? You laugh right now, you enjoy it fully, because this is what you get, the now. This is what you build, right? This is what you experience, and this is what you live in the now. So if you're enjoying now, this is what you get. This is what you enjoy. This is everything that is existing right now, right? Even though you have a plan, you have focus for something in the future, but the journey is right now. The thing that you do today will become your tomorrow. I've said that before. And when you watch this movie and you see this sequence of this movie, you're gonna understand the feeling, the emotion, that lesson, right? Because many of you are actually chasing something, right? If it is money or a car or something, you should really think about it. What are you doing towards that aim, and how are you enjoying each moment that you're taking those steps towards your dreams, towards your goal, right? Whatever you're doing right now, you should be able to breathe in, be aware that it is the moment that you have right now that is the most important, right? And if you're happy right now, when you come to the finish line and you wanted to achieve what you wanted to achieve, and you couldn't find the happiness in it, you will understand that the happiness is always in the now. It's what you do today, right? Because even though when you achieve your goal and you will become really happy, understand that you were always happy. Like it's the journey, right? It's always the journey. So that's the story that I wanted to give you all. I know I'm not the best storyteller, but I think I managed to give out that nugget, right? The other nugget, I'm probably gonna put the link from the audiobook. You can get it on YouTube, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. You can see the whole full movie on YouTube for free. You can actually listen to the audiobook, or just go buy the book, right? Because there's so much value in this book. It reminds me a little bit of Paulo Coelho, the Alchemist, right? That is a famous book too, because it gives you a lot of metaphor about life's mission, and all the treasure towards that we learn, right? So that's a nugget that I wanted to give you guys. I'm gonna see if you guys didn't hear the whole story and you just jumped on right now. You can see the replay and you can get the message later, right? I'm gonna see if I have Robert, I have Annette. Something wrong with the connection. Okay, we're gonna see if something is all good with the connection on the recording, right? I'm gonna keep on ranting. Let me see. Joy is inside of us, and we need only to be willing to embrace and experience it. Yeah, that is a good lesson, Robert. Really, really good lesson. I'm gonna answer all your questions later, okay? This is a fast rant. This is Walk with Harrison. If you appreciate this video, you can share it to someone. This is actually a really valuable lesson, right? If you don't understood my story, somehow I believe it's strange. How could you not believe me, right? I'm a great storyteller, right? But at least you can give the book tip, a Way of the Peaceful Warrior, right? Because that's a really good nugget. So I appreciate you all. I believe that everyone inside here is special now in some way, right? That you have a gift within you. Somehow you need to find it. It is your journey to do it, right? Your quest. So this is... Okay, listen later. Yeah, you do that, Annette. That would be the best. I appreciate you all. Talk to you guys another day. Keep feeding your mind with positivity and inspirational, because it is something fresh, right? And talk to you guys later. Take care. This is Walk with Harrison. Appreciate you all. A lot of love and light. Bye bye.